So I'm going to talk about basketball. Has anybody played basketball before? Put your hand in the air. By the way, that is not a hand in the air, by the way. Ryan, you're quite good at basketball, right? Yeah, you just go like that and it goes in the hole. Okay, anybody else play basketball? Amy, you played basketball before?
Pretty sure. No.
Does everybody know what the game of basketball is?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the guy called Wilt Chamberlain, okay? Because I'm just a bit of a geek, I kind of like sports, and when I find out about a new sport, I kind of really look into it, and then basketball, I never really watch it until the glory time of the year comes on, which is the playoffs, and I really kind of get into it. The Raptors won this year. I didn't even know that they were a team, I thought that was from Jurassic Park, but they won it this year. So when I was getting into it, I was looking into it, it's like, okay, well, who's the greatest of all time? And who's everybody talking about the greatest of all time in basketball? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain.
If you're going to argue Wilt Chamberlain's the best of all time, I'm going to be mad.
Who are you saying?
If you're going to argue that Wilt Chamberlain's the best of all time.
I feel a bit. Get ready. A few pounces. Get in that. Right, mate. Deep breaths. It's going to be all good. Oh God, I don't know how this is going to go. Okay, so everybody talks about the best of all time. So I was looking into it, like, what's the most amount of points scored in one game? Okay. Now Wilt Chamberlain, fact, has the most amount of points in one game. He scored the only ever 100-point game. So he's the only ever player to score a 100-point game. Okay. So I was looking into it a bit further because that's kind of like surface, but there must be more to it. So why did he play that game? Why did he only do it in one game? And how did he actually do it? So I was looking into it, and Kobe Bryant is number 2. Do you know how many points he scored in one game? 81. You guys are really into basketball. I've got these facts right. So he's got 81 points in one game. So I was looking into it even further. It's like, Wilt Chamberlain, what was he doing? Like, who was he being coached by? Like, was he under the influence of sport-enhancing drugs? Like, there must be something that's going on. Because one of the greatest of all time, if you said Kobe Bryant, he's beaten by 19 points. So I looked into it a bit further, and during that game, during that 100-point game, Wilt Chamberlain had the free throw. You know, we have a free throw at the hoops, just like nobody else around you have a free throw. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Yeah, just nod along even if you don't. He had a 90% hit ratio. So 90% of the free throws that he took, he hit them. Now, I looked into it a bit further. Most of his games, it was less than 50%. So most of his other games, it's less than 50%, but this one game, he did a 90% hit ratio. Okay? And he's a big guy. If you know Wilt Chamberlain, he's like a really, really tall guy. And really tall guys, they're not really good at they're not really good at free throws. Do you know the reason why?
Because they can't make it loop.
Yeah, they can't make it loop over because a big guy. Everybody knows Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
The sideline, like if he had to walk in here, he'd like duck down, hey guys, how you doing? Like he's a big guy. He wouldn't have a chance at doing a free throw. Okay? So I was looking into it, and what made the biggest difference was the 3 pointers that this guy made. Now there's a guy called Rick Parry. Does anybody know who Rick Parry is? Does anybody know? Any of you know who Rick Parry is? Okay, so Rick Parry had the highest 3-point ratio of all the sport. Even if you look inside, he's got the highest 3-point ratio. 9 out of 10 free shots that he took, he actually landed it in the hoop. Okay? And now, how did he do it? So who can show me how would you free throw, Craig? Okay. Anybody else play basketball? How would you do it? Show me a free throw. Yeah, that was really, really cool. Does anybody know how Rick Parry does a free throw? Do you know how he does it?
Yeah, granny style.
He does the grandma throw. It's literally called a granny throw. It's like an underarm granny throw. He literally bounces it on the floor and he throws it up in the air. Okay? And that's how he does it. So, and he's got the highest percentage in basketball for free throws. Because science shows that if you throw the ball like that, it's going to go up in the air, it's going to be greater curve, so when it drops, it's going to be softer. So if it does hit the rim, it's going to be more forgiving to be able to go in, rather than a shot which is like that, which is a lot more straightforward. Does anybody need me to show you that, or is that? I know it's a bit too much physics in the morning. We've got physics scientists in the corner, and Craig, he can explain it a bit more detail to yourself, but it's a lot more forgiving way. But why does nobody do it? Why does nobody do the granny throw? It's stupid, right? It looks really, really dumb. And if you type in granny throw, there's all these arguments on Google, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, and everybody's like, oh, that's really, really stupid. That's not how you should play basketball. And there's a big ego. There's even an author called Malcolm Gladwell. He's got some really good books called Malcolm Gladwell. He wrote a book called David versus Goliath, and he's talking about this theory. He's talking about why it works, but people just don't do it. So this is how Wilt Chamberlain came around to doing it. So, Rick Parry challenged Wilt Chamberlain. He challenged him, and he said, okay, we're going to have a free throw off. We're going to have a free throw off, so we're going to throw as many free throws as we need to. Whoever, if you lose, Wilt Chamberlain, well, you have to agree to one game, you're going to do the granny throw all the way through one game. So Rick Parry and Wilt Chamberlain had this mini competition, Rick Parry won, and Wilt Chamberlain got beat. So for that whole week then, he trained him, so Rick Parry then trained Wilt Chamberlain how to do the granny throw. Okay, he trained him how to do it, and he went into that game. Wilt Chamberlain, using the granny throw, made 9 out of 10 free throws. He doubled his normal percentage, and he did the first and only 100-point game in basketball. Crazy, right? What did Wilt Chamberlain do the following game? Went back to his normal throw. So he's just been taught something, which is a granny throw, which you double your percentage, double your chances of winning, but then what did he do straight away? Went back to his normal game. Why did he go back to his normal game?
Ego.
Ego. Because he didn't want to look dumb and he didn't want to look judged. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm talking about this now is Rick Parry went on to write an autobiography, and if you read this autobiography, he talks about not really giving an F. I'm sure you guys know what F means. So he literally, in his life, he just really give an F. Now, he's gone on to many businesses succeeded, many of them failed. He went on to many marriages, many of them succeeded, many of them failed, because he kind of had this attitude all the way through. But his whole attitude is just not giving an F. And kind of relate it to our game, like maybe during pitch practice. If we're talking about in pitch practice, like sometimes we're a bit nervous during pitch practice. So Rebecca, seeing you talking to Keelan, somebody you've never met before, and you're pretending to be a customer, and he's pretending to be a customer. It's a bit weird at first. Oh, I don't really know what I'm saying. It's a bit weird at first, right? When you're practicing objections for the first time, it's a bit strange. Okay? Maybe it's going into our first business, and you're trying out really confident, but when you try and talk, it's like. See ya, and then you're out of there straight away. Has anybody had that where nothing kind of comes out your mouth from there? So we get a bit nervous in that. Maybe it's like the first time when we're a leader, we're taking 1 or 2 people to the field for the first time, and we've not done it before. Do we feel like our confidence is like 110%? Or do we feel a bit nervous? Feel a bit nervous because it's something that we've not done before. Maybe running an office for the first time. Okay? But there's an element of it, guys. Are we more concerned about how we look or the results that we do actually get? If we're taking a bit of the Rick Parry about not giving an F about how we're perceived or how we're judged, we're more focused on the results that we're going to get from there. Now personally, when I first started in sales and marketing, I come from electrical engineering. That's like really left field. I was one of these introverted calculator kids who literally go in with like R. and William boots on and do some calculators. Oh, the bridge will survive. Okay, cool. And I go home at 5 o'clock. Okay. And then I tell my friends, what you're up to is that, oh well, I'm selling alarm systems, business to business. Like, are you crazy? So yeah, I'm going to go into sales. Like, are you crazy? But it's the same again. Like, am I going to be concerned about where I want to go in my career or how my friends and family are going to perceive me? Okay? Now, it all kind of changed then when I was able to fly home and take my family to a nice all-paid trip to Barcelona. That's kind of when they got on board a bit more. But up until that point, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to have to knuckle down. I'm going to ask ourselves, are we more concerned about what other people think or how history will judge us? Or how we can look back on our lives and the legacy that we leave by doing what we need to do on a day-to-day basis? Okay? We can be cool or we can be successful. If you're really good, you manage to merge the two together. That's quite hard work to do, but you can be cool or you can be successful. And guys, it's all about comfort zones, and that's why we talk about habits of the greats this week. And it's about pushing them comfort zones. About pushing them comfort zones on a day-to-day level. Now, I'm really excited about where we're getting things to at the moment. And so many people are coming to me and say, oh, it's really busy in here. Brad was like, oh, it's like a mosh pit in here. But you notice, Brad, I heard what you said, but did I say anything to you? Did I even look you in the eyes? Because I walk away sniggering and say, he doesn't understand what's going to happen. He doesn't understand. If you think this is a mosh pit, mate, like you need a Slipknot tattoo for what's going to happen in like 6 weeks' time. Like, it's going to be going off in here because I know what's going to be happening. That's what's exciting about what we're doing because we're just getting started now. And what's really exciting about some people were pushing some comfort zones yesterday. So some people like Lucy on the push of leadership, Nikki on the push of leadership. Jake's got a couple more things to do on the push of leadership. We've got like Stacey and Brad really throwing themselves into the new leadership side of what we're actually doing. Like, these guys are pushing comfort zones, and new comfort zones are being broken every single day. But there's more to be broken today. Like if you're an exec manager, roll your sleeves up and today do what you do on your 2-week push for assistant management. Your 2-week push for assistant management when nothing can touch you and you're like on fire mode, like LeBron James beast mode when nothing can get around you, like flip that switch today because you've got it inside of you. With the leaders, like if you're taking an interview today, if you're taking like a retrain today, chuck yourself into the fire. Get involved as much as you possibly can. If you're pushing for leadership, just go and get it done. There's nothing really too much to it, just go and get it done. Because I feel as us as a group, if we're all pushing comfort zones on a day-to-day basis, like we're talking about 200 people by the end of 2020, I think we should be laughing at that figure. We should be really laughing at that figure. Sounds good? So today, we're all going to granny throw today. On the way to the field, go on YouTube, type in the granny throw, it's the funniest thing you've ever seen. He goes like that and he chucks the ball in the air like, oh, and the commentator's like, that was a great shot. It's like, oh my God. Okay? We already go.